Greetings from my home studio. This is where all the magic happens. That is YouTube Here with Jesus channel. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about today's events. And if you've been a Christian for any length of time, you know that things don't always go as planned. They don't always go the way you think they should. And we have to learn how to roll with the punches and go with the flow, and realize that we shouldn't plan things under or by our own understanding. We have to just rely on Him and see what He's doing, and try to keep in contact with Him. Be listening to what His Spirit is telling us in the moment, because today did not go as planned. And I'll start. There are two basic stories about today in my life, and the one is kind of a fun story. It's about two young men that I got introduced to on my channel by looking at my analytics on my YouTube channel. And it's very interesting to look at your analytics and see where traffic is coming from, and how many views you had, and how long people stayed on your video. There's all sorts of information that would blow your mind if you've never given it a thought. They even tell you what gender is watching your videos. Some of my videos is 50-50, and some of them it's like 85% women and 15% men. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, I was looking at my analytics and I saw someone had linked to my channel or something. I didn't quite understand what it said, but it was from a channel called Gospel Geeks. So I clicked on it, and I was very impressed by this young man's approach and what he's trying to do for the Lord. And it just was like, wow, it's really cool to see Noah, 15 years old, and I had no idea where this guy is from, because I get people commenting on my videos and doing that kind of thing from Africa. So I had no idea where in the world this guy was. So I kind of questioned what church he went to and all that. He didn't get back right away. So, and there's another young man, Joe Bro M, who Noah did an interview with, and Joe Bro is 13 years old, and they're both on fire for the Lord, and they're both trying to share the good news of who Jesus Christ is and what Jesus Christ has done in their young lives, which is just a wonderful thing. So I told him I was interested in supporting them and would want to suggest to any of my subscribers to go to their channel and subscribe to them. And I will, at the end of this video, give a link to their channels, and you can go and subscribe to them, because I want to stand behind them, I want to support them, and I want to see God doing great things in their lives too. So if you are a subscriber to my channel, I'd like you to at least consider, at the end of this video, I will put a link up for both of their channels, and consider subscribing to them and supporting them in what they're doing. Because I would think it's not really easy or popular to be that age and be doing videos about Jesus. I'm sorry to say that seems like it would be the case to me, but they're strong in the Lord and very interesting. So the second part of that is, I'm asking him, Noah that is, where he goes to church. And this morning when I'm at church, lo and behold, I see him walk out the door with this big smile on his face, and he walks right up to me. And like it took like a tenth of a second to put it together that this is him. I said, I can't believe it. Like, all the places in the world you could be and notice my channel. Like I said, I have subscribers from Africa. I'm saying, you're right in my same church. I do not recognize him. And then, so we got talking for a little bit, and I was telling him how impressed. Well, I actually commented on his one of his videos how impressed I was with his opening, and he was saying, "Yeah, it took me a while to find that," and I went, "Wow, you know, it was really great, and I really want to support you." So I was telling him that I would try to get subscribers for him if I possibly could, and then he's saying, "Yeah, Joe Bro's right over there." So Joe Bro comes out the door, and like I'm going, "My goodness, the two guys that I just was watching are right there." So I'm really hoping, again, to support these two men, young men, and I just pray that God would be doing wonderful things through their ministries, because they do have a ministry now. I would say that they have a legitimate YouTube channel, and they're trying to lift up the Lord and change hearts and get the word out there. So that's the first part of what happened today. That was really a good part. And the second part was good too. It was just good in a different way. As everyone knows, my plans were to go down to McPherson Square, and which I am now calling it, and have a big speaker that Brother Charleston had lent me for the day, and blast out gospel music and blast out Jesus. It was, my idea was we were going to have church at 2 o'clock on Sunday, and I get there and I set up. I walk to the top of the steps. I go a little bit further up because you've got steps in the beginning, and then it's just like a ramp, and I guess there's steps further up, but that's way up there. So I get up there and I got my chair. I set my chair down. I put the speaker down. And I had been having a little difficulties with the speaker, but I thought I had worked out all the problems. I thought all the bugs were gone. This morning I got up, I tested it, everything was fine. It seemed like to me there was a little bit of problems with the potentiometers, the knobs, and if you would like turn it, it would come up sounding full. But then there were times when it only came out with about 1/10 of the amount of power that it's capable of, and it was always in the high range. It was like, and it was just an annoying sound, and that's what was happening. And I thought I had gotten past that problem. I found two mics that I could use that were wired mics, because there was also a problem with the wireless mic. And that was a strange problem too. It sounded like it was kind of even when I got it working the best I could get it, it wasn't right. So I had to search practically all day yesterday for these microphones that I knew that we had in the house somewhere, but you know how that can be. You're looking for a microphone, you know you have it, but you have a ton of other stuff, and every time I would find a box that I say, yeah, the microphone's in there, I'd find out that no, it's not. And it was like my emotions were going up and down and up and down. With every box I would find that looked like promising, it wasn't there. So eventually I found the microphones, figured out that the problem was with the knobs, the volume knobs, because it would last night it started up the same way. It sounded like only 1/10 of the volume and kind of crackly and all real high end. And so I fiddled with the knobs, I fiddled with the knobs a little bit, and it came on full. So, and this morning it was fine. It was a little bit of problem. I was listening to my Bluetooth. I had my Bluetooth hook up with my phone where I have all my songs that I wanted to play, and I was listening to one song, and about halfway through the song, it started to, like kind of break a little bit. So I went over and I played with the knob, and it came back, and I thought, okay, if that problem exists, if that problem happens, I know how to fix it. No. I get down there, set up, turn on the speaker, push the button to connect it to Bluetooth, start my phone. It ain't working. I mean, it's working just the way I described. 1/10 power, all high end. So I hold on. I'm a little dry. It gets a little warm in this room because I don't have the air on. Because if I had the air on, you wouldn't be able to hear me. So I'm kind of semi-devastated because I went down there really hoping to broadcast out the Word of God and this gospel music, and that is not happening now. And some girl walked up with a guy, and she's standing right in front of the speaker, and she's hearing that when you're standing like right on top of it, you can hear it, and she's going, "Oh, that's loud." I said, "No, that is not loud." I said, "You should be able to hear this speaker way out there." And she's going, "Oh, well, and I'm going, "Yeah, you don't know what this thing is capable of." So anyway, I talked a little bit about Jesus because what was on was, again, Jesse Dixon's Satisfied. I'm talking to her a little bit about Jesus, and she's nodding and stuff. And, the people down there are somewhat really ready to hear good news, and they're willing to hear good news, and that's what I was hoping to happen today. It was less powerful than my handheld Bluetooth speaker that I used on last Tuesday. So I'm sitting there semi-fretting and thinking, and I turned it off, and I thought, well, maybe I have to reconnect it to the Bluetooth. I turned it back on, connected to the Bluetooth, got the song playing again, same thing. So here I am. Oh, I had my plans of what today was going to be, and God had different plans. And it was only a couple seconds later, a guy rode up on a bicycle. Oh, well, this other guy walked up and kind of introduced himself and recognized who I was by my YouTube channel. And I had never seen this guy, but he's knowing more about me than I'm expecting a total stranger to know about me. So I guess he looked at my testimony, he's looked at other things on my channel, and it was kind of interesting that he introduced himself, and he was really nice, and we were about to have a conversation when this other guy came up. His name is Raul, and I'll show his picture, and the only reason I'm showing his picture is because he did agree. I asked him after we were talking for a while if he would be willing to give me an interview of his testimony, because I think it would be a powerful thing for other people to see. And his testimony, well, anyway, he agreed to do the interview, but not right at the moment because his emotional state at the moment was not a good state. And he's dealing with issues in his life that are hard, and he was asking for prayer, and he was asking if I knew anything or could do anything for him with the problem he was having. I don't know whether to be too obvious about or to really spell out exactly what he was saying, but the one phrase that he used was, when I asked him if he was born again, or I asked him if he was a Christian, he said Exchristian. And I said, Exchristian? What's that mean? I said, you knew Jesus in your life at one time, you were born again, and now you're like totally out of that. So we searched a little deeper, and or I searched a little deeper, and I came to the conclusion that he just felt, I think, so backslidden that he just felt out of touch with God. And I think that's why he was using the word X. Well, I prayed for him, and I just felt like our meeting each other was a way to redeem the moment that I had planned what I had planned, but God had something different. And this guy came up almost immediately after I was in despair about the fact that the speaker wasn't working. And we spoke for about an hour, and I prayed with him several times about several different situations. And at the end, he helped me with the speaker back down to my car, and I told him I wanted to pray for him again about his situation. And I said, and please don't ever say ex-Christian again. And he nodded like in agreement. I said, because you're not an ex-Christian. I said, you just maybe backslid a bit like we all can do. And I'm just praying for you that you will just reconnect with God and that He will give you the strength that you need to get through the situation you're in. And, he acknowledged that. And I do believe he will not refer to himself as an ex-Christian again. And that's important. Once you're born again, you can't be unborn. And God deals with you in ways that may seem like tough to go through. And you may think that God is angry with you, but God just wants to chasten. He chastens those He loves. And maybe he's been going under some chastening. And but I wanted to reassure him that God has not given up on him. God still loves him, and that I don't want him to give up on God. So I do believe that in the future he took my phone number and he took the card that I have with the QR code to get to this channel, and I believe that he'll be watching this. Raul, his name is. Hi, Raul. God bless you. And I'm just hoping that we will get together again. He said he would give me a call and that he wanted to do the interview, but he just wasn't in the right emotional state at the time. So I'm hoping that happens. And I suppose that's it for today. It didn't go as I wanted, but it went as God planned. And the time that I spent together with Raul was time well spent. So we sometimes have to learn how to roll with the punches. God bless you, and I hope this is an encouragement.